Hi dolls, and welcome back to my channel. I know that this look looks familiar. I had mentioned in a previous video I was doing a two-part series of this look that I have on right now for my eyes. I recorded it and then I'm going to do my foundation routine now. I just thought that it'd be better that I did two separate videos for that, but also I'm going to try to get a third video recorded today, which I will be doing the same hair and same shirt and stuff. I'm lazy. I don't want to go through the time changing it and doing my hair different. I have a lot on my plate right now. I'm getting ready to kind of just cut myself out of YouTube social media for now and spend some time with my family for a week. I will get my video up for that week, but that's all I'm going to be doing. I won't be answering anybody comments or replying to anybody, so that when you guys do answer, don't think that I'm ignoring you. It's just that I'm spending some time with my family, which is much needed. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get into this routine. Some things have changed. I am using some different products. Some of the brushes that I was using before are slightly different too, but I will leave everything down below. If you guys have any requests that you would like to see, please leave it below. If you want to see more videos like this, give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please do. And sorry about the finger, I literally broke it in between the last video I was recording and getting ready for this one. So let's just get into it. I am first going to do moisturizer, and this is the Roth Thomas Water Drench Cloud Cream. It's an amazing cream for moisturizing. I love it. It's like a white cream. It literally feels like you're rubbing water on your face. Like, it's just so smooth. It's crazy. So I'm just going to rub this all over, get a nice even layer, and get under my eyes in that area. Make sure it's nice and moisture. As you guys can see, my face is horrible. For some reason, my skin is very unhappy with me, and I don't know what it is. I like to put some on my neck as well, but I have tried to avoid makeup for days now, just to give it an opportunity to really just try to fix itself. Treating it. If you guys have any idea of great mask, I do masks. I love them. I can share those with you guys too, the ones that I use, like my most frequent mask. I can use that with, let you guys know those too. And now I'm going to, as always, prime my face with the Smashbox Photo Finish Water Primer. I bought this a while ago when they had for the breast cancer, and I literally still have a little bit of my travel one, but I want to save that bottle. Like, literally, it's hardly anything in it. So, but I'm going to save the bottle anyways. And then on top of that, I've been using this. I can't remember. It's my go-to forever. So I'm just going to spray it all over my face. Nice even spray all over. We want to give that a second to dry. And the foundation that I will be using is the Lorac POrEfection foundation, and I'm in the color, on this one it's Tan PR9, and I'm just going to pump it on the back of my hand, and going to be using my Morphe M44. I like this because it is more of a thicker. This isn't really thick, but it does not run down my hand. And that's usually how I decide what brush I'm going to use for what foundation. If it's going to run down my hand, then I know I need a different brush. So after I just took my finger and did that, I'm just going to rub it all in. And I do not know why my head looks so shiny. I have been struggling with my lights and I just don't know what is wrong and why it is doing it. I have tried repositioning them. I have tried being further away from them. Just for whatever reason, nothing wants to work right. I definitely need to revisit my way that my recording is done. Just make sure it's all rubbed in. Get it down here a little bit. And just make sure it's just all spread it out. And that is it. I just like to really make sure it's all rubbed in. I sometimes put 2 layers on, and then other times I don't. It just really depends on the coverage. This is definitely a buildable foundation. You can add a second layer and really get some good coverage. Okay, so next we're going to use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in color Tan. So I have my little mirror over here that I just turned on, and I'm kind of going to look this way just because it's kind of too big for where how I'm sitting. So to blend it out anyway, so I do a line right here, and then one here. I like to bring it over a little bit, and then I will do a small line here, just a couple here, and a light tap there and here, just to kind of help that. And then I'm just going to dab it in. I don't always do right here, but sometimes I just feel like it'll help. And just dab. You want to make sure you get your outside all blended. You don't want any lines showing. You want it to look like it's part of your skin. Or it just won't look right. And then at first I just take and do this with the butt, the bottom, the butt, whatever you want to call it. And then I'll take this part and dab it. I do not know why I look so funny. Like, for some reason, my lighting is just bad. The sun does not want to make its mind up. And I feel like it's, at times it's too much. And then if I try to shut anything off, it doesn't match. It just doesn't work. So you want to just keep dabbing till it's all blended in. And just do the same thing with your nose and anywhere that you have placed the concealer is what I do. I have found that it works really well. I feel like I make some of the most ridiculous faces when I do this. You just want to pat, you don't want to drag it. You're just patting it into the skin. Oh, and the sponge that I'm using is a Morphe one. I recently ordered a different shape one from them to try. If you guys would like to see a review on it, you could do a first impression or a comparison, please let me know below, and I can make that happen. Okay, now that it's all blended in, I feel like you should always take extra time when you're doing this because you don't really don't want to miss anything, because you do all that hard work on the rest of your face, and then if you have lines, then you're just kind of wasted everything. Okay, now that I have that done, just want to give that an extra pat right there if it doesn't look. Okay, so now that I have that done, I'm going to take my Morphe M438, same one that I always use for highlighting, and I picked this little guy up, the POrEfection Cover Fix. Sorry guys, I'm having some issues here. It's the Illuminating setting powder. I really wanted to try this. I got it in light just because the other one looked a little too dark for my skin, and I was worried that it would make my face look just a little too dark. So I'm tapping some out into the cap, and I'm just going to get a little and set under my eyes with it. And anywhere along the low. This stuff has a weird odor to it. You want to get underneath. This is the first time I've used this. I literally pulled the tab off just before I started this video. I'm just going to put a little bit more, a light dusting of it to sit. I'm not big on baking, and I'm just going to give it a minute while I run this over the rest of my face. And today I'm going to be using the E3. This is part of the Elite collection, Elite 2. I'm just going to dab, get some of that excess off, and lightly do over the rest of my face. This will just help everything else glide on easier, your blush and all that stuff. And just lightly go over the face. You want to make sure that you don't put too much on, but at the same time you just want to make sure that you get all over, because if you miss any spots, it is going to be really hard to blend everything else into your skin and get that smooth finish. And that is that. So now that that's just the little bit that I did do is sitting underneath there, I'm going to go in with the E48 and just wipe the excess off. And you want to make sure that you get it all off. You don't want to leave any behind. And I'm not quite sure how I feel about it. I mean, I guess on here it doesn't look too bad, but I feel like maybe when I look at my face here, maybe it's just a little, maybe I will have to try the other one. I feel like it might be slightly too light for me. Okay, so now that that's all done, I am going to pull out my Smashbox primer in Deep Matte, or not my primer, sorry, it's bronzer, and I'm going to use my E51, and this is from, I think this is from the original, this is the original Elite, and I'm just going to dab it in, and I'm not going to contour really anything. I'm just going to kind of bronze up my face a little bit so that I have some warmth. And just along the hairline. I don't want to go too far in on my face. I'm going to bring it down here on my cheeks, bones a little bit. I'm going to do more of a 3 today. I guess you can consider it like a 3. So it's going to go here, in here. While I do this. And you don't, the way I see it is usually use something quite dark to contour with. I would probably say go with something that's maybe a shade darker than you for this, just because you don't want to, and well, I'm not going all the way here. I'm going just partial. I don't want to bronze, like, so as you see, I come here and I'm doing that, and then I'm just going a little bit. And then I'm coming down to here. Just to give that, just to help give that warmth to my face. A little bit of a bronze look. You just want to make sure that it's all blended well. And the sun is yet trying to peek through. It is majorly cloudy out, and the sun just cannot make its mind up on whether it wants to peek through or not. So it's making recording very hard, considering my window is like literally off to the side there. So with that done, just make sure that you have a little to that chin, just a tiny bit. So now that that is done, I'm going to use the magic trick of editing with no brows to brows. Okay, so I'm going to do my blush, and I'm going to just dip into my MAC shadow blush, not shadow blush. I created this on my own. It's not something that they have. We're just going to go into this like this purplish mauve, more of a mauve with this hint. I think it suits best for my look that I'm going today. I'm sorry, I was looking for a blush brush and I failed to pull it out. So we're gonna go and we're gonna try this guy right here, the Real Techniques 300 for blush. I've had this guy for a little while. I haven't tried him, and I like to try it with products that I know that are good and I exactly know how they're going to apply to my skin. So we're just going to dab into it lightly and put it on. Now this has, let me set this. So I don't know if for any of you guys can see, this has a bit of a slant to it right in here. I've never used one for that. Usually it's got this, you know, like the angled. This is like more of a, it's an odd shape. I kind of feel weird doing it like this compared to the other ones that I use. This is definitely not a, like this one, see how it's kind of a subtle versus this one. It's like kind of like, it starts off a little subtle, then I just feel like it just goes straight, like straight up. So, I mean, it doesn't apply bad for using it for the first time. It's just a little weird for me. Okay, after I blend that in, just want to make sure that it's not too heavy. I'm not looking for a pale blush, only because I've already have like so much going on my eyes, and I did not grab this little guy right here. After I do my blush, I like to just use this guy just to kind of buff out the edges and blend it all in a little bit. And we are going to get into lighting. I'm going to use the Nicole Guerriero and Anastasia Beverly Hills collab with the Glow Kit. I did a video on this. I will link it in here for you guys below. We're gonna go in with, excuse me, I want to try, because I have not even gotten to wear this. I did for the, no, I did not. Sorry, I just lied. I have not even had the opportunity to wear this yet. So we're gonna go with, I feel like, Forever Young. Forever Young. We're gonna go in with, and we're going to use the M501 to do the highlight. And we're just going to dip into it and right on the cheekbones. I'm so in love with this palette. I was in love with it the day I swatched it, but I don't know if you guys can see because the contrast of the lighting that's completely messed up this whole video, which I'm just really bummed about. What we're gonna do here, I am impressed. We're just going to take whatever is left over. Actually, we're just gonna put a little bit, because there's not really. A little bit on the chin, a little on the nose, and I'm going to, actually, did I? No, I thought I had. I guess we're just gonna go in with we're gonna take this M169 and dip it in, and we're just going to do on the nose. I think I did. I made it crooked. And blend it in. And on the lip. Oh, yeah. Cupid's bow. And then I like to take my sponge and I just like to pat it in. It's already kind of damp, so I just like to pat it in to give it a little more of a natural glow. And we're going to set my face with the Kat Von D Lock-It setting powder, setting spray. Give it a good shake. And while it's drying, throw some lip on. We wanted to go with more of a neutral, and I literally just grabbed this and set it down to wear because I hadn't worn it yet. But so yeah, that is my updated foundation routine, along with just finishing off my look. So if you guys like to see more of a full face besides just the eye, please let me know down below, and I will make that happen. And so yeah, that is it. Thank you for watching, and love you guys all, and see you guys next time. Bye.